Naluri helps our users to become more mentally resilient, to overcome life's obstacles and challenges, to adopt a healthier lifestyle by offering personalized coaching from professional health coaches who use behavior science, data science, and digital design to make healthy habits stick over a 16-week digital curriculum. As a primarily B2B service, our users are likely to be referred to by their healthcare providers or by the insurer or employer. They will receive an invitation and email with an account. They download the Naluri app, and they will first go through an introductory screens to get an overview of the Naluri digital program. They then sign up and are brought to the Naluri chatbot for an onboarding process. Instead of using standard forms, we use a chat format to onboard them because chat is a core feature of Naluri, and we want to get them used to this feature. But for structured options like gender, medical history, or current exercise regime, we give options to minimize free text data entry. The user is then given a preliminary health risk assessment based on the information they provided. They are then either connected to an available health coach or directed to the home screen. This home screen is the starting point for a user's experience. Here they see their personal intrinsic motivation statement, the daily module assigned by their coach for the day, as well as a summary of their profile to manage their account. Chat is the first of 4 key modules of the Naluri app, and it's the most important pillar. When the chat button is clicked, the user sees a number of chat channels. The first is the user's assigned health coach, a trained psychologist. The user then has other channels to ask for advice, from a medical doctor, a fitness coach, a dietitian, and an executive coach. There's also a group chat channel where the user is assigned to a small group of 6 to 8 other participants who share similar challenges and goals to mutually support each other. Then, there is the Naluri chatbot for online help support. Research shows that people going through weight loss programs with a dedicated coach are up to 3.5 times more likely to succeed compared to those who do it alone. The chat with the assigned psychologist is the primary interaction platform. In the first session, the psychologist may take 30 to 40 minutes interacting with the user to understand the user's primary motivations for change, the biggest stress triggers and challenges faced by the user, and assess the user's overall willingness to change. Thereafter, most of the chat is done asynchronously, just like instant messaging, where no appointments are required. You reply when it's convenient, and your coach will respond back within 24 hours. For other experts, the user will not have dedicated experts, but these chat channels are resources for the user to submit ad hoc questions to seek advice. Depending on who is on duty, different dietitians will respond to the question from any user, or different medical doctors will respond to a question from any user. After the first session with the coach, users define their personal intrinsic motivation statements in the first module. Thereafter, every day, when they first go into the app, they will be welcomed with a good morning statement, a reminder of their intrinsic motivation, as well as an optional spiritual morning inspiration. There are also app notifications to encourage the user to come into the app to manage their health. Research shows that users are 30 to 80% more likely to succeed with diet or exercise programs when specific goals are set versus when no specific goals are set. Another feature of Naluri is the collection of daily modules with simple interactive exercises that they will then get feedback from their coach. Research shows that users are 2.1 times more likely to succeed with a structured change curriculum than with an unstructured ad hoc approach to health programs. Naluri has 77 daily modules comprising the first 14 modules for the first 2 weeks, where we do not prescribe any changes but lay the groundwork to understand the user's motivations, stress triggers, current eating habits, preferred physical activities, defining SMART goals, understanding how habits work and how they should weigh themselves, and how to use the Naluri planner. There are then 28 modules related to diet and nutrition, comprising of cognitive exercises like managing hunger or overcoming cravings, or dealing with peer pressure, to behavioral exercises like planning their meals, demystifying carbs and fats, or making the best of mama food court or fast food trips. There are 14 modules on exercise and movements that address motivations and activity tips. There are 14 modules on self-care, stress management, and better sleep. And finally, 7 modules to maintain success achieved at the end to prevent recurring relapse to past unhealthier lifestyle habits. The next module is our thought journal, a signature feature of Naluri. Research shows that users are 2.6 times more likely to achieve psychological well-being and succeed in adopting healthier habits through the use of journals and cognitive behavioral therapy worksheets. There are 3 features in Naluri's thought journal. First, positive thoughts that act like a convenient digital gratitude journal where you can also share the big or small positive events with your support group. Second, negative thoughts journaling is a digital version of the commonly used cognitive behavioral therapy worksheets that psychologists use to help users problem-solve specific challenges and obstacles and reframe thoughts that are self-defeating into thoughts that are more positively aligned with users' health goals. Finally, there is an S.O.S button where the user has urges to do something not helpful to their goals, whether under temptation or pressure. They click this and they're first reminded of the intrinsic motivations and self-affirmation statements. If they press again, it will open up an option to reach out to both the user support group or nominated sponsor or buddy who can be a resource to encourage them to stay the course. The final feature for the first version of Naluri will be our photo food journal. Research shows that users are 2.3 times more likely to achieve their weight loss targets if they regularly track their food intake and log into a journal. While any dietitian will tell you about how important it is to maintain a food journal, anyone who's ever tried to keep one, either a written journal or a digital food journal to track food volume, count calories, will know how difficult it is to maintain such a journal. We are opting for a photo-based journal where all the user has to do is take pictures of their food, very much like Instagram. And like Instagram, the user can build a visual record of their meals to see the patterns. And like Instagram, the Naluri dietitian will provide comments to guide users how to improve food choices. We don't believe it is necessary to be precise, whether the meals are 820 calories or 910 calories, but that the visual record provides sufficient guidance to help users make better meal choices. A future feature that we are working on is to provide users a Bluetooth weighing scale when they enroll in the Naluri program. This will enable them to automatically update their weight into the app to make it convenient instead of having to manually key in the weight data. In the future, as the digital data set from chat interactions between the users and psychologist coaches grow, there are significant opportunities to apply machine learning to help coaches build better profiles and suggest interventions, as well as smarter chatbots that can help improve the productivity of psychologists to increase the number of users they can serve. Visual recognition artificial intelligence can also be deployed to improve recognition of food photos as well as recognizing users' emotions. The future use cases include executive coaching and athletic performance, disorders, addiction, and smoking cessation, or traditional depression and anxiety support. Thank you.